Hi my beautiful people, welcome back to another episode of Currently in My Kitchen, and today we are going to make one of my favorite person's favorite recipe, that is tiramisu cake. And if you're not following me on Instagram, you wouldn't know, so do follow me on Instagram. I'll link my account below in the description. So I'm doing a 9 posts, one post every week for one special person that I want to show gratitude to, as this was a friendship day month. So I'm stretching it a bit and not celebrating it just for a day. So I've been working on recipes that fit most for that one person who also loves the particular recipe and all. If you want to know more, you can head to my Instagram. If you're new here, please do consider subscribing to my channel for amazing recipes which are quick to make at home, especially curated for all of you. And now, the tiramisu cake. So the tiramisu cake is actually, if you look at the origin, it will date back to 1960s in a small cafe in Italy. The tiramisu cake is actually translates in Italian language as pick me up. The reason most likely is because of the two star ingredients, which is the caffeine and the cocoa, and without which you cannot actually make a tiramisu cake. Traditionally, a tiramisu cake would be made with mascarpone cheese and ladyfinger biscuits. Ladyfinger biscuits are nothing but sponge cake, and due to the change in the batter, it transform into a biscuit rather than a cake. And but here today's recipe is not that. I'm not doing a biscuit. I'm just doing a normal vanilla sponge with cream cheese frosting instead of mascarpone cheese frosting. So without wasting more time, let's get started. Hi guys, so in a bowl I have taken 2/3 cup of sugar. So this is granulated sugar. I haven't used caster sugar. This is normal sugar that I've run in the mixer. And now I'm gonna, in this bowl I have 1/4 cup of oil, normal vegetable oil, which I'm going to pour in slowly into the sugar and whisk it and incorporate the air. This is one of the important stage because we are making a veg cake, and there is no egg, so you need to beat this to incorporate the air so that the batter is fluffy. So I'm just gonna add oil slowly and slowly. This is 1/4 cup of oil in that small bowl, and this is normal vegetable oil. Try not using olive oil or any other flavored oil, as the cake will not turn out that great. Use flavorless oil and whisk it in one direction until the consistency of the oil and the sugar is well incorporated and runny. The reason we're not using butter is because we are making this cake on stove, and when you use butter, the cake tends out to be more dense than soft, and hence I'm using oil. But if you're making it in an oven, please go ahead and use butter. The same quantity would do. So I'm now just mixing the oil and sugar and incorporating it well, slowly and slowly. So this version is my version of a tiramisu cake of whatever ingredient I could find in the market which was locally available. And it's not very fancy as it is supposed to be, but you can give this a try, and this recipe really turned out really tasty. So you can surely give this a try, and it's easy to make, it's quick to make in for just your dessert cravings at midnight, or you can just make this and stack up in your fridge, and it is going to last for a while. So now I've added 1 cup of sieved maida into this and a little less than 1 teaspoon of baking powder, and then I'll add a 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda. So the reason we add baking powder and baking soda is to make a cake a little lighter and fluffier. You can skip adding the baking soda, and you can just add baking powder. Just make it a little more than 1 teaspoon if you're just adding the baking powder. So I've added all the dry ingredients, and now I'll add a little bit of vanilla essence for the flavor. So it's important to add vanilla essence because we're making a vanilla sponge. So do add vanilla sponge. You can change the recipe of the sponge if you're not making a tiramisu and turn it into a lemon sponge, and you can just add lemon zest into this. So I'm just adding 1 teaspoon of lemon sorry vanilla essence into this. You can just add in your ratio if you like less. And now I'm just adding milk. It's warm, so slowly dug a well in between and add half a cup of milk. So, and just well incorporate all the dry and wet ingredients. If there is a lump, do not worry, keep mixing it. Not a lot, but yeah, a little bit for like 30 seconds to 1 minute, and then you will slowly lose all the lumps. And now this is one of the thing that I do to check the batter is just raise up your bowl, whip it a bit, and see if you drop the batter, does it form a ribbon, and does the ribbon stay for at least 7 to 8 seconds. So that is how I check the consistency of my batter. So my batter is a little loose, so I'm gonna add oat, which is unroasted, just 2 tablespoons of oat, and that is gonna make the batter in the consistency it should be. Now I'm just gonna dust the my cake tin with some flour, oil, and dust it with some flour and pour the batter in. And I'm gonna bake this in on my stove, and a proper video on how to bake cake on stove is already there, and I'll add the title in the link. Now let's move to making cream cheese. So in a deep wok, I'm taking half a liter of milk, which is a full fat milk, and I'm going to bring it to a boil. It's important to bring the milk to a boil and then simmer it down and slowly add a teaspoon of vinegar. And then the fat in the milk will cuddle up, which I have sieved, which we call locally as paneer. And while it is warm or hot, we need to grind it in the mixer. So the sieved cuddled milk is there, and I'm adding 3 tablespoons of brown sugar, and I'll whisk it in the mixer grinder. I'm checking my cake, and the cake is done. It's baked. It's beautiful brown from the bottom, and it's risen quite well. And now I'm just separated the middle portion because that's what I'm gonna decorate or layer the tiramisu cake with. And now on the edge of the cake, I've already marked three slides, because I'm gonna cut it into 3 layers, and then I'm gonna put the cream cheese in between. So the cream cheese that we made, I have already run that in the mixer grinder till it's smooth. It's important to add and like run it in the mixer grinder while it's warm to hot. You can add butter or cream while you're running the cream cheese in the grinder, but anything that you add should be warm to hot in temperature, because otherwise it will not cream up. Now I've just cut all the layers of my cake, and this is my instant coffee syrup, which I'm gonna add on each layer, and then I'm gonna put the cream cheese. So I'm just adding the instant coffee syrup. You have to soak each layer quite well, and the ratio of the coffee to water depends on you, how strong you want the caffeine flavor in your cake. So I've just layered this, and now this is my cream cheese. This is the consistency that I am working with. You can change the consistency with the amount of cream, like the paneer and the sugar. And I'm just gonna add 3 spoons of cream cheese and spread it on each layer. Now what is important is to freeze each layer for 20 minutes after you have spread the cream cheese before stacking it up and moving on to the other part of decorating the cake. So I'm just gonna spread it, and this is, I've cut it into a square after stacking it up, a square piece, and now I'm just frosting it on the top with a nozzle. I have dusted a hefty amount of cocoa powder on the top after layering and stacking and cutting my cake, and it's really important that you dust quite a lot. And this is how my tiramisu cake looks. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. And thank you for watching.